This is the alternate playthrough of Poe and Munro. We're about to do episode 4. Now, from memory, I don't see how many different ways we can change this apart from trying to get the imaginary girl's ring. That's the only thing we refused to do last time, so let's do it. I suppose what we could also do is we could refuse to do the hypnosis as well. If we keep fucking up, I wonder if we can just cancel it. But I don't want to do that. I want to get the girl's ring to see what happens. I've got a funny inkling that anything we ask the girl
Poe and Munro.
is completely irrelevant to the outcomes. I've got a feeling.
Maybe we should have a safe word.
If you're worried,
I'm worried I won't like it.
Mushroom
then
tip.
we should definitely have one. What do you think, Miss Baratsky?
It's Madame.
I'm sorry, Madame Baratsky.
You must feel relaxed. So if a safe word would help, then yes.
What should it be?
Let's go with the puppet this time.
Clown.
The clown.
Thanks, Raspy.
Raspy?
That's what Poe calls him.
It's how he talks.
Fucked up, son.
Notice, everyone. And we're live in 3, 2... Welcome back. As promised, listeners, we have a special treat for you tonight. Madame Baratsky is a past lives regression therapist who claims
It's funny how therapist is just the rapist put together. Oh my! Imagine if you were a therapist, you could just be like, "Oh, actually, I'm the rapist."
to have helped hundreds of clients discover their previous selves, from ancient Egyptian concubines to Cold War spies.
Maybe that's what a therapist is. It's a rapist of the mind. Oh my god! I think I've just blown. I've just mind blowing. Mind blown.
Welcome, Madame Baratsky.
Thank you for having me.
And that's exactly what she does. She does rape this girl's mind.
Without my better and
She's
more
a bitch.
beautiful half. Say hello, Monroe.
Hello, Munro.
Monroe has bravely volunteered to be put to sleep by Madame Baratsky this evening.
You make it sound like euthanasia.
She's going to wake you up again. Aren't you?
Nope.
Of course.
Remind me again why you couldn't do it, Poe?
Dodgy knee. In just a moment, Madame Baratsky will put Monroe into a trance.
I prefer hypnotic state.
Into a hypnotic state. And we'll ask her to describe what she sees. Later on, we'll be taking your calls. Have you lived before? Do you remember any past lives? Or is it all just a money-making racket?
Money making racket.
Let us know. Monroe,
Yes, Poe?
are you ready to meet your past self?
I was born ready.
Let's hope you were reborn ready. Madame Baratsky, take it away.
Now, Miss Munro, please relax. Close your eyes and focus on the sound of my voice. Listen to nothing else but my voice.
People actually go on. I know this is a parody, but people actually go on like
Baratsky
that.
has started the regression process.
Focus on your arms.
Look into the
Feel how
eyes.
heavy they are.
Not around the eyes, directly into
Feel
the
them
eyes.
sink into the chair.
Hey, speaking of that, sorry, I've got so much to talk about. That thing that I've just said, look into the eyes, not around the eyes, into the eyes. It's a Little Britain. Little Britain has been taken off all of the catch-up TV in the UK because of the fucking. There's got some people dressing up as black people in it. but it's not. It's fucking stupid. It's comedy. Like, I didn't understand. I don't understand. Like, it's Little Britain. I do find Little Britain pretty funny. And that's because I'm a racist, son. It's not though, it's just because it's funny. Like, honestly, I didn't understand. What else just happened recently? Something else got removed. Oh, that's right. Keith Lemon. Keith Lemon apologized for dressing up as Craig David, and everybody, Craig David's black, right? But Keith Lemon dressing up as Craig David isn't racist. The character he puts on isn't a sweeping generalization of black people. He's doing a caricature of a specific person, which is Craig David. It's got nothing to do with whether he's black or not. It's got to do with his music and the way he acts. With Craig David, because he always says that in his songs. Like, it's a piss take. It's not taking the piss out of black people. It's taking the piss out of a person. Fucking, the world's gone fucking mad. Honestly, people need to get fucking bigger balls. People need to grow cojones. There's too much fucking estrogen in the world now. Everyone's a fucking fairy, and that's my saying on that. Let's go.
And pull you into the deep, deep dark. Let the darkness consume you.
Right, I did itch my nose before. I'm going to go straight into the hypnosis.
Good. She is fully relaxed and suggestible. Now you have crossed into a life you have lived before. Do you remember who you are?
Yes.
Monroe says she can remember a previous life.
Shh.
Let's give her the
Do not
coffee.
rush. Let the world come to you. Let it reveal itself to you. Let the world envelop you. Step into the world and become your former self.
This one. Oh, she likes whatever you give her.
Now tell me what you see.
Oh, maybe that causes interference. Because it makes that stupid noise.
I'm Elizabeth. That's what you were going to ask, isn't it?
Let's just say yes this time. We're going to get through this as quick as possible.
Being right. It's a gift and a burden. Where's Dr. Decker?
Did you see that? I've just... The painting. The paintings in the room are from the last episode. The cursed painting that you make a wish with, and it gets you to do horrible things. I never noticed this before. Look at them. Look. There's the girl in the upper left hand corner. The little girl that's evil. In the upper right hand corner, it's Poe and Munro. How fucking crazy is that? It's dropping hints all the way through. Ah. Question.
You don't know, do you? It's okay. I was just being polite. It's nice to see a new face. What did he tell you about me?
The murder.
I'm not violent. Don't know why you'd think that. Let's play a game, Doctor.
No.
But we're already playing.
No, we're not.
You think of something, and I'll guess it.
Oh, we don't have a choice. Let's go with the water.
You're thinking about waves. Like the ocean. Don't say anything.
I'm thinking about getting Munro's fanny wet, actually.
I mean, you haven't said anything since you arrived. Do you believe me now?
No.
That I can read your mind? Don't say anything then. I'll keep doing my thing. Something happened at work. The dry cleaner's in town. I can't switch it off. As soon as I lock eyes with a person, I get their thoughts.
Look. I can't remember what I did last time. We're just going to have to roll with it.
It's like tuning a radio. If I look at someone, I hear their thoughts. Anyway, there's this guy who walks in with a suit. It's got a stain on the trousers near the zipper. And all he's thinking when he drops them off is, Sharon can't pick these up, Sharon can't pick these up. So he starts screaming at me that he needs the hour service or he'll have me fired. So I call the manager.
Manager.
My manager is also called Sharon, so it gets a bit confusing. I call Sharon over anyway. Sharon! Sharon! This guy's face is a picture, but he's holding it together. Sharon comes over preoccupied. She's thinking about the washing machines. She is the manager, so she normally does that, but this time was different. She was thinking about Nisha. Spinning away in one of them.
I wonder if we can get to the bottom of this.
Nisha? She's a part-timer, waiting to start uni. Sweet looking, but salty. Anyway, the store manager hears shouting and comes over. The customer, let's call him Ed, says that we shouldn't be advertising something we can't deliver. Says he's a lawyer and he'll sue us. The store manager, whose name I intentionally forget, says he'll sort it out. Sharon, in the meantime, has gone ashen. I don't know if Ed's a lawyer or not. That's not the important part. Ed finally gives in, throws his suit at me, and leaves. The manager looks at me and says, "Can you work your magic hands over his trousers?"
Oh, he's a creep, Annie.
He's thinking of me topless, in a hot tub, but with way bigger breasts. And some other things I'd rather not remember. Knowing people's thoughts eats your soul.
I think I might have already had this conversation last time we watched this, but I can see how knowing other people's thoughts. I think I wrote it off last time as thinking like, why would you be bothered? Because you understand what people truly are. But imagine if you could understand how sick some people are, and because they haven't done anything, nothing will ever get done. Like, imagine if you looked into someone's eyes and you could see that they fantasized about murdering or about children, but what could you do? Like, how could you prove that? How could you get rid of them other than becoming the predator yourself? The only way you could give justice on these people is to murder them, get rid of them. But saying that, it's not wrong to think these things, is it? Because there's no such thing as thought police, and I don't believe there should be. It's all about whether you carry out those things or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think of something really, really fucked up, it doesn't necessarily mean you believe it or you intend on carrying it out. But if she was seeing it from an outside perspective, she might genuinely think that that is what you are. So I don't know. But then again, I'm just thinking about from my own personal experience. Like I think about some fucked up shit. Like sometimes I think, oh, I'm gonna imagine if I killed this. Imagine if I did this or done that. Like, but I wouldn't think about. I don't have those thoughts when I'm out in the real world with people. But if there was people out in the real world having genuine interactions with people thinking those things, then yeah, it's probably safe to say that they're pretty fucking messed up people. So yeah, I can kind of see how it would eat at her soul. Know what people are truly like. I think that's the benefit. You know what it is? The saying is true. For the most part, ignorance is bliss. Because not truly knowing what people are, you can give them the benefit of the doubt, which also makes you a little bit happier. Because what you don't know doesn't hurt you. Let's go. The woman.
Fine. I guess I painted the picture, you might as well think it. Thanks for letting me wear a bra, though. They're still too big. Anyway, I take it round back to start working on it. And that's when I see her. Nisha. Like a ragdoll in a hurricane. Just spinning inside this big machine. Her face smashing against glass and metal. Blood pouring out of every opening. She's a mess.
Now, before we continue there, I just want to bring up something because it's really weird. I've actually had this conversation with somebody recently. Going back to the fucked up things you might think of. If you've had, so this is the theory anyway, if you've thought about doing bad things to people, it's a sign, apparently, that you are of sane mind. Because the reason you think about these things is because you think of the consequences. The problem comes of people that don't think about these fucked up things and they just do them. It's because they don't care about the consequences. They just care about doing the fucked up things and they go out and act that. So for example, sometimes I think like I have had weird thoughts, but it's more of the scenario and what would happen. Like imagine if I was just stood there talking to my best friend and just out of nowhere, I just stabbed him in the throat. Like just cold blooded just went bang, stabbed him in the throat. Like the consequences, like what would happen? Do you know what I mean? That would be so brutal. But that's apparently, I know it doesn't sound like it, that's apparently normal for any sane being because they're thinking about the consequences of their actions. Whereas if you are truly a psychopath, you wouldn't think about the consequence of the action. You're just gonna do it. Yeah, weird. I think some fucked up shit, son. Like even if it goes like if you're talking to your boss or something, and if you drift off, or if you're in a meeting, and like you just think like, imagine if I just locked the doors and set fire and killed us all, burning here, and everyone else was running about on fire, and I just sat there burning. Like the consequence would obviously be my death, and I wouldn't want that. But it's been messed up. Maybe I am a psychopath. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. When you find out, it'll be too late for you.
Can you see any jewelry? A ring, maybe?
This is the point. I need to do this.
A ring?
Good. I need you to get it for me. Do you understand?
I understand.
Well, this is fascinating, August. We'll be back with more of Munro's past life in just a moment. What's going on?
I'm helping Ellis uncover her past.
Why does she need to get this ring?
Oh, it's just a technique I use.
I think you should bring her back now.
It would be dangerous at this point.
Then do it at whatever point it won't be.
Quiet. I'm trying to concentrate.
Right, so priority, get the ring.
Nisha kissed me once, so... I slapped her. What did Nisha think about? Nisha thought about Jared a lot. She hated him, but she also wanted to sleep with him at the same time. It's pretty common. I'm sure there's an interesting scientific term for it.
I think it's the anger sex, isn't it?
Yeah. Angry sex.
Yeah.
Violent sex. I'd probably take either right now.
I suppose when you're in purgatory, you don't really have a choice. You'll take anything you can get.
I saw Nisha's body in the machine. Her eyes were still open, crying blood. But I looked into them and there was peace. Nothing else. Just peace. Who would want to kill Nisha? I guess Sharon? She was tried and convicted, so...
But it was not her, was it?
They closed down the store for a while so the real cleaners could come in. They got rid of all the blood. It wasn't just blood. Her skull had split open and was grating against the metal drum. Some of her teeth. Sorry, Doctor. What did you want to know?
I want to know about the ring.
Yeah. Dry cleaning machines have huge locks. There's no way of shutting yourself in. You really have to get a friend to help. Or manager. Perk. Perchloroethylene. It's what they use in dry cleaning machines. But Nisha didn't drown. The spin cycle broke her spinal cord, so she was paralysed for a few minutes while her face mashed into everything. Shock probably got her first. Sharon's fingerprints were the only ones on the machine. Actually, hers and Nisha's. The police thought she'd struggled against the machine, trying to fight Sharon. Nobody heard anything, though.
Ah, this is when she asked if I believe in the supernatural. I'm going to say no, even though... Yeah, because we said yes last time and she said that she was controlled and she climbed the washing machine herself.
Sharon's in a psychiatric hospital now. They arrested Sharon for Nisha's murder. Sentenced to 18 years. One for each of Nisha's. Is that enough? Maybe murder should be punishable by death.
Let's say no, this time.
You think people can change?
No, I don't.
Maybe. Maybe I can change.
Ah, okay.
Sharon's fingerprints were all over the machines. And her husband was having sex with Nisha. That's all the jury needed. Nobody saw her do it, though. She just didn't have a good enough lawyer. People with money get away with murder all the time, though. Don't they?
No.
Fair enough. I live on benefits, so I probably shouldn't murder anyone.
It's funny she should say that because that was the conclusion I came to last episode. I do believe that. Well, I believe two things. People don't change. Not really. They just cover it up. And The richer and more powerful you are, the more chance you've got of being acquitted of a crime. So I've done the opposite this episode just to see if things change.
Nisha worked for Sharon as a housemaid. That's how she met the husband. It's so cliche. Nisha was desperate for money, and he was desperate for attention.
We have to go through all of this.
I never told anyone this, but Nisha charged Sharon's husband for sex. I mean, she said she would have done it anyway, but since there was a chance of getting paid, I don't think Sharon knew.
Money, 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 money.
Would you pay someone to have sex with you, Doctor?
Money. Yes, guaranteed 100%. Let's say no.
People pay people to have sex with them all the time. Just not with money.
Exactly.
They're expecting love, or opportunity, time, companionship, or orgasms.
Everything in this life is a transaction, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Even people that say they do things out of the goodness of their heart, you know the transaction they get is the feeling of doing something good. Otherwise you wouldn't do it, would you? Everything's a transaction. Nobody does anything for free. Fact. Whether they're getting something off you or getting something for themselves, it's a transaction. A loving relationship is a transaction between two people with equal measures love, time and effort. Even people that order mail order brides, I've got nothing against them. It's a transaction. That bride is getting paid money to do sexual favours for men. And out of that, they're getting a financially better and stable life. Whereas the man's getting exactly what he wants. In exchange for his cash, he's getting his dick wet. And that's that. It shouldn't be looked down upon because every relationship's different. What about relationships where the transaction is always lopsided? In abusive relationships when one person's got the power and they're getting everything they want, and the person that goes down is on the receiving end gets very little from the relationship. You got to look at them side by side and think maybe the person that pays for a mail order bride has got a better life. Maybe they both do. I don't know. But yeah, everything's a transaction in this life, just by different measures.
I did see Sharon once after the trial. She didn't talk. But in her head, all I could see was Nisha going round and round. Her mind was literally stuck like a broken record. I watched the trial from the gallery. Not many people made eye contact with me, but Sharon did. She wanted to die. Really die. I don't think she killed Nisha. Sharon's defense. She said Jared killed Nisha. The Umbrella Man. Jared's the Umbrella Man. It's a nickname. We were on a works do and it started raining, and then Jared pulls out this tiny umbrella out of nowhere and then gets handsy with any girl stupid enough to duck under it. Hence, Umbrella Man. Nisha was good at cleaning, what can I say? Often I'd go to the back of the machines to hoover the lint trays out, and Nisha was there with Jared, hoovering away already.
Coffee.
I'm allergic to nuts.
What did we say last time?
Is this definitely normal milk?
We said banana before. But banana would wake us up. But it won't wake us up this time because we said the... Okay, I want to say something different. I want to say banana this time because I didn't choose banana as a safe word.
It's banana milk. Okay then.
The other symbol must have been clown. Yeah, we're not waking up this time. Oh, we are.
What's happening?
Shh.
Munro.
It must have been full of nuts.
Clown. Clown. Why isn't it working?
She's distracted. Her past self is dying.
Wake up. Munro. Alice. If anything happens to her...
You can go in after her. Just sit down, please.
How can I go in after her? I'd have to get in her brain.
I'm very good at what I do. Sleep.
Ah, so we went in willingly this time. Last time we didn't.
There's a good boy.
Right, I think this is where we get the option to take the ring. I need to seize the moment. Take what is rightfully mine. The ring.
You want to see my ring?
Oh yes, what a proposition.
I don't remember wearing one. Shall I take it off?
Yes.
There's something written inside it.
Oh shit.
Most extraordinary. Does it have an inscription?
42101000.
Huh. Now what is that for? Ah, so we just continue as normal.
Jared, the Umbrella Man. He's weird, like a spider. Sharon ducked under his umbrella that time, and his hands slithered around her body and kind of rested under her breast. Everyone knew he was touching it, and Sharon just gave a weak smile and wriggled away. I tried to read his mind, but it was like a stereogram.
Now I think when we did this last time, I think I was speaking about like Epstein and all those things about how like fucked up those people are. Well, I was funny enough. I was today scrolling through my phone and some things popped up. Was it Joe Biden? Joe Biden. I didn't really know much about American politics, right? But I remember the name Joe Biden, and he's on stage, and there's a girl in front of him. I don't know who the girl is, right? But he's rubbing her fucking chest, like. Don't get us wrong. I understand if there's a child in front of you, like your child, or maybe a child of someone that's like friendly with you, somebody else's child family. Like, if you're gonna like take a picture or be in front of a room of people, you have like your hand on their shoulder or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, not like he's rubbing her chest, but she uncomfortably pulls away from him. Like, I just think there's too many fucked up people. Me, like, it's just I can't explain it. Like, don't get us wrong. I know it might be innocent, right? Like, it could just. The thing is, you always try to look at things like it looks like this, but what might it actually be? So I know it looks like it's a bit rapey, it's a bit fucking paedophilic, but it could be the fact that he might be nervous because he's on stage with other people and he doesn't know what he's doing with his hand. But I think that's taking too much onus off him. I don't know why. I think there's something definitely going on with well, we already know there's something definitely going on with the higher powers in Hollywood and all of these. I don't think anyone's innocent. I think they're all guilty, whether it's directly guilty or guilty by association. and they know, like they might not be directly involved with any of this, but they know about it. And do you know what that makes you? Guilty as fuck, son. I don't care if you know about fucked up shit that's happening. You don't do anything about it. Then you should fucking burn as well.
I saw Jared in the machine room with Nisha just before she died.
Sorry, this subject actually gets us raging inside, right? Do you know what it is? There's so many weak people out there, and they only judge the quality of their life by how much money they've got, right? Do you know what money can't buy you? The fucking ability to sleep well at night. Like, these people that can be bought off. That's the problem. Too few people have got enough dignity not to be able to be bought off. Now, I do know that everybody does have their price, but there's certain things that you don't have a price for. And I think stuff about like Epstein and Harvey Weinstein and stuff, I didn't even know their names. I didn't even care about their names. Yeah, it's just not right. Like, how people could know this was happening and just let it go. Like, when I watched the Epstein documentary on Netflix, I highly recommend you watch it. I think it's 4 episodes. This is gonna sound harsh as well, but I think a lot of the girls as well that said they got abused by Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein. That's his name. They're fucking to blame as well. Do you know what it is, right? I know they're underage, but some of the things these girls did, if when they went to go give him a massage, right? If they said, "Oh, I don't like doing this because you've got your dick out," he would still say to them, "Well, tell you what, instead, I'll pay you the $300, but what I want you to do is I want you to bring a different girl from school instead. Tell her to come here for a massage. Don't tell her what's going to happen. And then if I get what I want, I'll still pay you as well as her the $300. And these girls were doing it. So no, you're not innocent in this. You're fucking just as complicit as he is. Do you know what I mean? So, Jeffrey Epstein's a fucked up person, but these people are enabling it. That's why it got so bad. So no, I don't buy into that everybody's innocent. Everybody's a fucking criminal. Everybody enabled this to happen. And even, you know what it is? A lot of these girls went along with it. But the thing is, right, it's not as if like you're trapped in that place and you just go along with it. Like, it might happen. It might have happened once. It never ever happened once with these girls. Because their price, they were willing to take $300 to fucking watch Jeffrey Epstein wank himself off after a massage. They were willing to take $300 multiple times to be touched up by him. Listen, if it happened the first... Listen, now it is. When I was young in school, right, the fucking... I don't think you could always just blame... Like, a lot of kids know what they're doing. Yes, they're underage, right? But I remember the girls I went to school... Maybe it's just because of the area I'm from, right? But I'd say... I obviously, this is a made-up statistic because I don't know. But I'd say at least 60%, let's say. At least 60% of the girls that I went to school with, if any creeper was trying to do something fucking creepy, they'd smack the cunt. Because some of the girls were hard as fuck in my school. Like, they did not take any shit. And I just think, how did nobody say anything to him? Fair enough, they mightn't have in that situation because it was a very vulnerable position. But once they left, they would have never had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein because he was in his own house. They'd been there. They'd know what happened. They could stay on the other side of whatever it was they lived because the bridge leads you into the posh part, and then you go to the regular part where regular Joes like us live. I don't know. I could speak about it for ages because I don't think it's the same. Now it is. It's even the same as the actresses in Hollywood that got abused by Harvey Weinstein. Yes, he's a fucking creeper, right? But they were willing to be bought out because they wanted to succeed under Harvey Weinstein's companies. That was their price. They were willing to be, what was it? They made a deal with the devil. They'd keep their mouths shut for fame and fortune. So, nah. You fucking enabled it. You enabled it. They're all complicit. I don't even think it's a problem with me, but I've got sympathy for very little people when I can see that it's their own mistakes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. It's not as if these people were trafficked in those situations. Don't get me wrong. There is trafficking, human trafficking, and I think that might also be a part of Jeffrey Epstein's history or story or whatever. But I'm not talking about those people. Those people are genuinely like they didn't have a choice. They've been taken and trafficked. But a lot of the people that weren't, they're partly to blame. If you enable something to happen, you're partly to blame. Simple as that. Right, let's go. Let's get on with this episode. Fucking hell, I'm going on a rant.
I don't want to talk about it.
Me too, girl.
His facial expression didn't change. Nothing. It was like he was wrapping his arms around his prey. He didn't seem to be particularly enjoying touching her breast, just for science.
Yeah, we've already went over this. I already went over this last episode when she said the same thing. Some of these psychopaths don't even do these things for pleasure. They just do it to to assert their power. It's all they do it for, because they can, and they're never going to get pulled up on it.
Jared's mind was a mess of coloured dots that didn't make any sense. I never knew what he was thinking. Ever. There's only one other person I know that's like that. Are you trying to say that I don't understand my own mind? I come from a long line of overthinkers. Or maybe I don't. Jared quit after the murder. Well, so did I, to be fair. Well, I've kind of quit everything now. I'm not suicidal. Just need to live on a different planet or something.
What should I ask about the Umbrella Man? No? R.I.P.
I told you about the Umbrella Man. She hated him. But in a lady doth protest too much kind of way. Maybe he killed her. Nisha was asking for it, wasn't she? I mean, if your partner's cheating on you, you murder their fling, right?
Yeah, I already said that, but I want to say no this time. No, I said no last time because that's what I believe. I want to say the opposite this time.
Doctor, you'd recommend I'd kill someone? I'm pretty sure that's not in the rulebook.
You'd kill someone? She killed him?
I think Jared killed Nisha.
Really? I think you did.
I already said that Jared killed Nisha. Or something did.
Oh, this is where we go into the supernatural.
Do you believe in the supernatural?
No, I do not.
No. It's not science, is it? Jared killed Nisha. Jared was the last person to see Nisha alive. I know something happened. What's the point of having this gift, as Dr. Decker calls it, if you can't help people with it? It's a curse. Doctor, I'm sorry, I need to go. I'm being raped. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying.
Now let's see if the hypnotist is still here. Because since she got the ring, she might still be here. She mightn't have robbed us. Last episode, she robbed us. Ah, she's still here. Or is she? She got what she wanted. Is she going to wake us up?
In an hour, you'll wake, as if from some deep sleep. And I'll be gone.
She's still going to rob us. So what's the ring got to do with anything? What are those digits on the ring?
That should cover it. I'll see myself out.
Dr. Decker.
On that
I
note,
don't get it.
here's a message from our sponsor that you're sure to enjoy. Police are looking for Miss Baratsky. It's a shame she didn't stick around.
Was she even licensed?
She came highly recommended.
From who?
Herself, when she knocked on the door yesterday morning.
You let a complete stranger take over my body?
I didn't know what she was going to do.
I feel so violated. I can't even tell our listeners.
We were robbed. She literally took my wallet and your purse.
I know. But that was everything I had.
And that wasn't all she took.
What else is gone?
My adoption papers.
What?
My adoption papers are missing.
I didn't know you were adopted.
Well, I am. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Sorry, Poe, I wasn't suggesting that.
It's unsettling when someone takes something so personal.
Just who does she think she is?
A past lives travel agent who robbed us whilst we were dreaming.
But it wasn't a dream. You were there. You and me.
Yes, just like Wizard of Oz. Maybe the reason the people looked familiar is because you made it all up yourself.
So, are we dreaming now or is this real? I can't tell anymore.
Want me to give you a squeeze?
No, this is real.
How can you be so sure?
Because in my dreams you're much more of a charmer.
And richer, I'd imagine.
Too soon, Poe. Too soon.
The ending was the
Next
same.
time on Dark Knight.
I don't... You know what I don't understand? I don't understand who Dr. Decker is. Is he supposed to be relevant? What relevance has that story got, or is it just a... Are you never supposed to figure anything out? What's the ring got to do with it? What was that code? 10, whatever it was. Like, there's too many questions unanswered, and it's making my mind burn with questions.
Poe and Munro. You're live on air, line 1.
There was an animal in the road, howling like a wolf.
He said it
Now
was a
this
hairy
one.
animal,
Size of
We-
a man.
and the moon was full.
We need to win the rock, paper, scissors.
Hunting.
I'm Casper Light. You have to stay away from Wolf Lane.
We can massively change this one, I think.
I'm sorry. You have no idea what's at stake.
Dark Knights.
With Poe and Munro.
Poe and Munro. Okay then. I loved that episode, but I'm disappointed that you can't change anything. Yeah, there was no great pivotal points or anything. It just... Nothing changed. So, great episode, standalone. Bad one for choices. Okay, lads. See you in the next episode. With the next episode, episode 5, is the werewolf one. Now, the pivotal point, which I remember, is the you've got to win the rock, paper, scissors with the guy. So I'm going to do that in the next one. See you there, lads.